What's up, taters? This is Tree from treeoflogic.com, and we are in clown world officially, where we can't call a spade, and up is down, and left is right, and hot is cold. So, as you all know, Poopy Pants Biden made a big gaffe and talked about the beloved woman, she's from Georgia, where I am, who was killed by an illegal alien. Well, now, first of all, let's not forget that at the State of the Union address, he looked at the parents, particularly the mother of Laken Riley, and called their beloved departed daughter, who's gone too soon, but not any fault of her own, the fault of Biden due to an illegal alien from El Salvador. I think that's where he was from. And was so disrespectful and called the young lady Laken Riley. As a matter of fact, actually we have that. Well, I have. This is a one woman show. I don't know why I'm acting like, going right there to the production room. Right here is where we have it, where Marjorie Taylor Greene is in all her mega gear, and she just heckled the president at the Poopy Pants president, and he's so disoriented that he makes this mistake. Let's watch that now.
Laken Riley, an innocent young woman who was killed by an illegal. That's right. But how many of thousands of people being killed by illegals? To her parents, I say, my heart goes out to you, having lost children myself. I understand. But look, if we change the dynamic at the border, people pay these smugglers $8,000.
If you close the border, this would have never happened. If you allow ICE to do their job, this will never happen. If you have reinstated or what you undid, what Trump did, the remain in Mexico until their court date, this would never happen. If you will enforce or you will allow the agents to enforce the laws in the books, this would have never happened. Laken would still be here. And unfortunately, she's gone too soon because of your stupid butt.
$1,000 to get across the border, because they know if they get by and let into the country, it's 6 to 8 years before they have a hearing.
Yeah, you just heard what he said. Let into the country. How about we don't let them into the country? How about we tell them that they have to apply like everybody else? Let him in the country. They're coming into the country illegally. And these clowns got a problem with them being called illegal aliens.
And it's worth taking the chance of the $8,000. But if it's only 6 weeks, the idea is it's highly unlikely that people will pay that money and come all that way, knowing that they'll be able to be kicked out quickly.
What a dumb thing to say. They're going to pay all that money to come in here, and they get into the country. They get into the interior of the United States, and they think they're not going to pay that money because they might be told to get kicked out. Excuse me, Poopy Pants Biden, who's going to kick them out? Who's going to do it? It ain't going to be you. You ain't been doing it. Anyway, the video is not really dedicated to that. It's just dedicated to the fact that they have a problem using the word illegal. So, Poopy Pants Biden was confronted at the airport, and somebody walked up to him and said, a reporter walked up to him and asked him, it's like they coaching him saying, do you regret using the word illegal? Now, here's me. I don't understand why anybody telling me, do I regret saying the truth? Do you regret using proper words? All right. What we're going to have a new word for criminals now? If you have been convicted of a crime, okay, you're called a a convict. So we're not going to use that anymore? Or what? If you've been convicted of a felon, we're not going to call you a felon anymore? What are we going to call you? Temporary resident of the prison system? I don't understand. Anyway, look at this. Watch this.
Do you regret using the word illegal to describe immigrants last night, sir?
Well, I don't regret it. Was technically not supposed to be here.
Which is called illegal. That's what they are. They're here illegally. I don't know what is this? Is this crazy? This crazy world? I would have been like, no, I don't regret it. I don't, like I said, I got my issues with, oh my God, I just messed up my thing. Anyway, I got my issues with Trump. But one thing I can say positively about Trump is that Trump says words and he owns them. As a matter of fact, I remember when someone confronted Trump about using the word anchor babies. And then some reporter said, why do you use anchor babies? That's such a discriminatory word. And then, Trump said, well, what word do you want me to use? And I guess they used some crazy long sentence of undocumented, nationalized child of an illegal immigrant. Something really, really long and crazy. And Trump's like, nah, that's too long. I like anchor babies better. I like anchor babies are better. I like anchor babies. Okay. So anyway, as you can see, I'm not really going to read this article. I really don't want to do a long video about this. I kind of want to get to the point because I want to show you guys that the mother of Laken Riley was there in the audience. And I didn't know this happened, but she said that she corrected his name. Now, it was hard for me to hear because a lot of people was heckling, which was mainly MTG Marjorie Taylor Greene, and I was listening to people yell at her, and I was listening to her yell, but I couldn't hear the mother that was talking as well. So let's listen to her, and then I want to show you this video right here where they put Poopy Pants Joe against the wall and make him literally apologize for using the right words. But let's listen to Lincoln's mother right here.
And she was there because her daughter was raped and killed by a teenage gang member from El Salvador who was in our country illegally in 2022. And Tammy joins us now. Tammy, what is your response to the president? What would you like to say to him after you listened to his speech last night?
It just seemed like it was just a pep rally. He did not speak on immigration. He even mispronounced Laken's name. Mm-hmm. He did not say anything about the border crisis.
The president did say this. It's a moment that's getting a lot of attention when Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene forced him to say Laken Riley's name. And then, like you said, he mispronounced it, saying Lincoln instead. Let's listen.
Laken Riley, an innocent young woman who was killed.
So I played this one already.
Illegal. That's right. But how many of thousands of people being killed by illegals? To her parents, I say, my heart goes out to you, having lost children myself. I understand.
Your daughter's name was mentioned by someone in the audience. Was that you? And what was going through your mind during that moment?
Yes, that was me.
You shouted her name.
I sure did. I did what I was meant to do, and he did not even acknowledge anything. And I'd like to say, yes, there are thousands of people that are being killed and murdered by the border. And he just wrote it off like it didn't matter. Like, yeah, we do, trying to make a joke out of it. It's not a joke.
He quickly pivoted to talking about the Senate border bill.
Okay. So I don't want to play anymore. It's kind of like got 1 minute, but I just wanted to play that important part to just show you that, yeah. Also, some update. I'm sure some of you already know about this. Donald Trump came and visited them at their home. He also invited them to his rally. He not only remembered Laken's name, but he remembers the full name of the mother, the father, and the sister. And I think he also said somebody else's name as well, someone else who was a victim of illegal immigrants. That's what we got to say. I don't understand this whole undocumented thing that's going on. It's like they just want to tone down the language. So it's just, I guess, because it will make people realize, oh, wait a minute, they are here illegally. These people are criminals. Criminals need to be incarcerated. But no, they're too busy out here getting benefits. They are getting paid. They're getting housing, food, shelter. They're being treated better than nationalized citizens and basically people who were born and raised here. So I'm just saying, like, we should put Americans before any of these people, before the legal immigrants and the illegal immigrants. First of all, I don't believe the illegal immigrants get to get anything, okay? So they need to go back where they belong. But anyway, so here is the video where the reporter on MSNBC, also known as Miss NBC, like Dr. Common Sense like to say it. So here they go, making him feel bad. He's like, I shouldn't have used illegal immigrants. Watch this.
Notice the look of surprise on your face when you walked into the chamber and you saw Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene. It was priceless. You feigned shock.
Actually, he wasn't shocked. He was just playing around because she had the 45 MAGA hat on. She was wearing all red with MAGA paraphernalia on. So he was like, oh, he was just acting crazy because, he ain't right in the head. So he wasn't acting shocked. He was playing around with
her. But during your response to her heckling of you, you used the word illegal when talking about the man who allegedly killed Laken Riley.
An undocumented person.
Undocumented. I'm so sorry. I forgot that I'm a Democrat and we're now pansies and we have to be careful with our language because, they got this cancel thing going on and then Twitter and everybody else get to sit up there and say things. And I forgot it's also an election year. So we got to pander to the crazies on the left. Oh, yeah, I'm on the left right now. Yeah, I didn't mean to say illegals, which is what they really are. I should have said the undocumented.
And I shouldn't have used illegal. It's undocumented. And look, when I spoke about the difference between Trump and me, one of the things I talked about on the border was that the way he talks about vermin, the way he talks about these people polluting the blood. I talked about what I'm not going to do, what I won't do. I'm not going to treat any of these people with disrespect. Look, they built the country.
What? They didn't build no country? How did they build the country? You mean the original legal immigrants? Because ain't no illegal immigrants built nothing, okay? The people who were allowed to, and there's a long list, I'm not going to go through it right now, was a long list of immigrants, legal immigrants that were allowed here and they helped build the country. These people who are coming in here illegally, they didn't help build nothing. As a matter of fact, they got their hands out, basically getting a lot of our resources that we paid for. And I'm like, we are now acting like the welfare, or as Rand Paul says, no, is it Rand Paul? Rand Paul says, we're acting like the sugar daddies of the world. I agree with Rand Paul. We are not the sugar daddies of the world. But that's what's going on here, where he's saying that these people have built the country. No, they haven't. They're just coming here just taking advantage of an opportunity that they don't have in their own country. We are not the welfare country of the world.
Our economy is growing. We have to control the border and more orderly flow. But
we need to close the border, you idiot.
I don't share his view at all.
So you regret using that word?
Yes.
Notice the look.
I regret using that word. Do you really regret using that word, Poopy Pants Joe Biden? Because I remember there was a time, I do believe it was either 2006 or 2008, you never had a problem using that word. Oh, let's go to that time, shall we, chat? Here we have right here where a slightly younger and more sane, all right, Senator Joe Biden, he wasn't poopy pants at this moment, right? He was able to control his bowels, right? But right here is where he uses the word illegal. As a matter of fact, he sounds more sane here. This is when the Democrats weren't so crazy. Let's listen.
Can you scare an employer in this country, whether he's an agricultural worker or a housewife, into not hiring an illegal because the punishment's so high that if you get caught,
yes,
it's a huge embarrassment to your family, and you may just get hit with a fine that'll kill you?
Yeah, absolutely, you can, and that's what we should do. Well, I think we should do that.
Because you can't catch everybody.
You can't. You can't. And the last part of this is that the Democratic position also recognized you got 11 million illegal aliens here. They have to have a way to earn their way into the deal. This is an amnesty. They're required to take 11 years' worth. They pay a fine. They got to learn to speak English. They got to pass
tests. I like the English part.
Yeah.
I like the English part. I think if we want the problems of Canada right now, keep encouraging people to keep their foreign language. English is going to unite this country potentially. It always has in the past.
I can't think of a country that has two languages as their accepted languages that is doing all that well, including Switzerland and or Canada.
It divides us.
Yeah.
Can you scare an employer?
Did you hear what past Joe Biden said compared to today's Joe Biden? He said, first of all, they're illegal immigrants, okay? And if he would have it his way, you would get heavily fined, embarrassed, blah, 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 blah. But also that they should be made to speak English. All right? And a country that has several languages are not going to be very successful. I wonder why the current Joe Biden couldn't say something like that. Isn't it amazing how time changes? I said, I remember when this happened, and this was just the norm. This wasn't a bad thing. And like I said, the Democrats were a little bit, they were not bad. They were bad, always bad, but they were a little better back then than they are today. Like, they just totally lost it, okay, with the political correction and the wokeness. They just look crazy. But anyway, I just noticed that he's totally different in this video than he is in this video. Now, he's older, can't hold his bowels and everything like that. But yeah, to sit up here and be embarrassed about saying the truth about what these people are, they are here illegally. They are aliens or immigrants. And basically, they need to go back and file the proper paperwork, get the permission to come here legally, and they need to stop being given handouts. And this will solve a lot of our problems with the criminal ones that are being violent against American citizens here in this beloved country that's slowly going down the drain. Anyway, I really just wanted to put all this together just to show that last clip about how Joe Biden had no problem saying the word illegal aliens, and he had no problem with English being the main language here, and that all of the illegal aliens and legal aliens should be made to speak that language. But I swear, no, time's not like that anymore. Anyway, let me know what you think by leaving a comment below this video. Don't forget to leave this video a like. And if you're new to my channel, please subscribe. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Later, taters.